Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back. So, I was scrolling through Reddit, and there's a pretty interesting Reddit. It is called r slash offmychest. And there was one story in particular that I found that was from 3 weeks ago that I wanted to read live. And that story title is none other than Having a Baby Has Made Me Hate My Husband and Become a Bitter Person. So naturally, I read this and I'm intrigued. I read the title, I'm intrigued. We're going to explore it. We're going to see how it goes. I'm tired and I'm on mobile. I'm genuinely sorry if I make writing errors or this is nonsensical. This is going to be interesting if there's writing errors, because I can also only barely read apparently. So this should be interesting. My husband and I had a baby about 6 months ago. This baby was planned, very much wanted. Straight away, I was doing all overnights and wake-ups and was hit with postpartum. What is postpartum? The time after childbirth, I knew it. I asked for help, but because he was sleeping 10 to 14 hours a stretch uninterrupted, the husband was, and made me feel guilty. I was up every 1 to 2 hours to feed the baby. I was miserable, but kept being told by everyone around me that being tired was what I signed up for. Sleeping 10 to 14 hours is insane. That just seems so insane. Like, does that not get in the way of, like, life at all, ever? Like, would sleeping for 12 hours not get in the... Yeah, it would surely get in the way of life. I was upset with my husband already, because the one thing I had asked for was to please not have his parents greet us in the driveway or come over as soon as we got home. I had some complications in the hospital and needed 35 stitches to also sew up my now extremely broken vagina. I was ripped to kingdom come, and even walking was a nightmare. I could feel every single external and internal stitch, and they pulled at the slightest movement. I had also been given 2, quote, husband stitches extra during the process, something that we didn't find out until much later. Look it up, so fun. Do I want to look it up? What are husband stitches? What does this say? An extra stitch added to the perennial tear or or what? What is this word? Episiotomy? Episiotomy. What is this? Oh, a cut made at the opening during childbirth. Ew. Oh, there's a picture. Oh my God. Oh, there was a picture. Oh my God. I have to blur that now. I don't think I can show that. Okay, we're just going to move on. I had also specified to my husband to please make sure to tell the doctor I didn't want that, since I would be out of my gourd in pain. The hospital had 30 labor and delivery doctors floating, and you couldn't pick who you were going to get, and this hospital had a track record for that online. We didn't have a choice in hospital with insurance. Husband forgot, and I was unlucky. If you wonder why I had those specifics about his parents, his mom was extremely overbearing during my pregnancy and was already upset she couldn't be a spectator for the birth. Is that weird? I feel like that's weird. I'd spent enough time in the pregnancy subreddit to know if you needed something from your husband with labor/postpartum, you had to very specifically tell him what it was and do it early and often in the pregnancy so he could be on board. I get it. Men are not mind readers, and there's a lot of kerfuffle going on at that time. So I really hammered those 3 things in. Husband stitch, driveway, immediate visit. I reminded him every day for 9 months. I was a nag about it, but I knew I needed those things advocated. He assured me hundreds of times he understood that I was being overkill. His parents are our literal next door neighbors. I could spit from my house and hit theirs. Not exaggeration, nor my choice in housing. That's another story. The ride home was awful. Every bump was torture, and it felt like I was ripping in half. We pulled into the driveway and were greeted by his parents. They wanted to see the baby, chit-chat, etc. I was crying from the ride and was trying to step around them to get to the path into our house. They stood in the way of the gate and just kept talking. I looked at my husband, who just answered questions while showing the baby, oblivious to my pain. They finally moved after 15 agonizing minutes, saying, "We will be right over." Dude, that's so terrible. That's so bad. Dude, childbirth fucking sucks. Holy shit. I feel like it would suck. We get into the house, me immediately going into the bathroom to change the blood-soaked pad and diaper I was wearing because tearing/delivery equals massive blood loss, and I begged him to not let his parents in. He said, "What am I supposed to do? Say no?" Yes. Yes, you are. I hobbled to the bed. He comes in and hands me the baby. Then a moment later, he lets his parents into the house, leads them into the bedroom, then leaves to play on his computer. His parents took the baby from me, immediately took off their masks, and proceeded to ignore me and hold him for an hour, taking pictures and talking to each other. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Are you kidding me? That's so insane. For starters, let's just remove the parents being there from the situation. Just take that out of the situation. This man's wife just had birth. Literally just pushed a child out of her. The child tore her. And then they just get home and he hops on Valorant. He just hops on with the boys. He just hops on Valorant with the boys. Sorry, babe. I know you just gave birth, but I gotta hit plat before the season's over. After they left, I sobbed on the toilet. He said I was being unreasonable. 4 days postpartum, I had a spinal leak from the epidural. I had to go to the ER and get an emergency blood patch. They let me out of the hospital at 2 a.m., no waiting inside because of COVID, lobby closed. I was left waiting outside in 34-degree weather, sitting on a concrete wall for an hour while my husband was furious over the phone. I couldn't get anyone else to pick me up before coming to get me. Am I crazy, or is this husband just a bad guy? 3 months postpartum, I had a breakdown. I had been up for 4 days, no breaks. I started hallucinating from the lack of sleep and couldn't move from a ball on the ground crying. I was checking into psych for 3 days. It felt like a vacation. I slept 16 hours the first day. I got hot food, hugs, showers. Hot showers. I slept in a bed, not on a couch, with a baby crying in the bassinet next to me. It was amazing. Before I got checked out, the psych therapist called my husband and made him promise to start helping me, or they wouldn't release me. He agreed. This is so insane. This is so insane. I don't believe this. This is fake. This has got to be a fake story. I don't want to like genuinely, what the fuck? I don't want to believe this is true. And I feel bad saying that because if it is true, like, this woman went through hell and high water. She's going through hell right now. And her husband's mad because he's hard stuck Iron 4 in Valorant. Like, homie, you're not going to get out of Iron. Just put the fucking game down. Holy shit. I really don't want to believe this is true. I really don't want to believe this is a true story. The next few months felt like I was being punished for abandoning him. It was tense. For 2 weeks after psych, he helped me with wake-ups. Then it went back to how it was. It's been that way since. The postpartum is awful. I have to actually not die every day. Since I was 8 weeks postpartum, my husband had started having his card games with his buddies at the house again. These take all day, between 8 and 12 hours, and I'm alone for that time while he plays. I'm exhausted. I'm on a handful of meds now to try not to off myself and manage the depression and everything that comes along with it. Which brings us to now. I'm not doing great. My doctors are titrating my medications up because I'm still not mentally doing great. I told my husband I needed to up my medication last night at bedtime, so I would need him to wake up with the baby. I had to get at least 4 or 5 hours of unbroken sleep because these meds make you groggy. He agreed in advance. I had been cleaning all day, up since 4 a.m. with the baby. He slept until his work at 9 a.m. He's worked from home. He got off at 3 p.m., then immediately took a cat nap and slept until the baby went to bed. Then he got up and online gamed with his friends while I cleaned the living room. I went to bed at midnight finally, reminding him of the medication. He said okay. He came to bed at 2 a.m., having stayed up to game. He's taking Thursday, Friday, and Monday off so he can have a 5-day weekend, with Saturday being his game day with friends. The baby woke up when he came to bed. Since I had only 2 hours of sleep, I reminded him of the medication and asked him to please get up with the baby. He told me he needed sleep and to get up. When the baby wakes up between 2 and 4, he's up for the day. It's unfortunate and exhausting. Are you kidding me? Oh wait, I get it. I thought she said when the baby wakes up and the husband takes care of him at 2 a.m., then the husband is up for the rest of the day, not the baby is up for the rest of the day. I thought that's what that meant. Like, I thought she was still sympathizing with the husband, and I was gonna be like, are you fucking serious? But no. It's unfortunate that the baby is up for the rest of the day. I get it now. I'm sitting in the living room watching my perfect son crawl around me playing while I force myself to stay upright. I'm crying from exhaustion and hoping his caffeine kicks in sooner rather than later. I think I hate my husband. Justified? Should have happened sooner. Shouldn't have married him. Should not have had sex with this man. This man should never have ended up inside of another human being. I'll put it out there. I feel sad and bitter. He was so incredible before this baby. We had been together 15 years. I thought I knew him. I knew he liked gaming and sleeping, but while planning to get pregnant, he talked about his excitement. How he knew he would have to cut back and be a great dad. I believed him. Why wouldn't I? We moved here because his parents owned the house and would give us a very slightly below market price to rent. It was a fight, and it's nowhere near my own support system. It was a fight, if I'm honest. I finally relented. On the condition, he got a landline installed. Cell service was shoddy, and I wanted to be able to reach my friends as I had no computer. He promised, swore it was being installed. We moved. There was no landline. There still isn't. We moved in March, found the pregnancy in April. His car was sold since he drove into the ground, so he drives mine. I can't drive right now anyways because of one of my medication causes seizures, so they want me to hold off driving. I'm trapped on this mountain with his millionaire, overbearing parents. We found it. I found it. I found the problem. We found the problem. The problem is in this sentence. Millionaire, overbearing parents. That's the whole problem. I have no savings, not even a debit card now in my name, and we just had to close our bank account. Oh, that's another thing. We're in the middle of declaring bankruptcy. Why? Because I'm $50,000 in medical debt. Doesn't seem like a lot, but the bare minimum payments are nearly $2,000 a month, and we can't sustain it anymore. Why am I in medical debt? I had cancer 4 years ago. It was pay for treatment or die. I didn't want to die. Ironic, since now I do. I can't even afford to get myself new socks. I'm sorry if this is garbled. I just didn't want to keep it inside anymore. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. What have I done? How did my life get here? Doesn't matter now since here's where it's at. But damn. Holy fucking shit. I think this goes so far past like him being a good husband or a bad husband or a good or bad dad. He's just a terrible fucking human being. How do you watch somebody go through that and just essentially be like, yeah, they'd be all right? That's so crazy. That's so fucked up. I don't even know what to say. Yeah, I got more important things to do. Plays Fortnite with the boys. Holy shit. I don't even know what to say. Like, I think some people just don't have to be here.